now, we do have our city administrator, Lew Steinbrecher. Good morning, Lew.
Good morning, Vanessa.
Also, Ken Helms, communications director. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning.
We have a lot to talk about, gentlemen. Let's get the last night city council meeting out of the way first, and then we'll jump into the good stuff. So tell us about the meeting.
Well, we started off with the public safety reports that the chiefs gave. Started off with Chief Rexroat with the Monmouth Fire Department.
Yes, he was here yesterday.
There you go. Well, he actually went through some of the training that they had done over the last month, and they did ice rescue training, which was pretty cool. And they invited out some friends in law enforcement, that kind of thing, so they can go over, how they can be helpful during an incident, what some of the different procedures they do, and different considerations they have when they're performing ice rescues, different stuff like that. Here in Monmouth, of course, we have Citizens Lake, which is always open for fishing, ice fishing, stuff like that. So it's great that they can get some training that way as well. And then some of the volunteer fire departments around the area also went to it, which is good for them because of the different farm ponds and stuff that are all out throughout the county.
Yeah, that's good.
The fire department did have 2 service anniversaries last month. Captain Gary Carson at 11 years and Assistant Chief Craig Kozad at 19 years.
Fantastic. Congrats to those 2 gentlemen, and appreciate everything they do.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, we had the police department monthly report that Chief Switzer gave. Kind of a slower month for them, but they did do some training with active shooter training with the school, and then they also attended a winter storm tabletop planning that Chief Rexroat held at the Monmouth Fire Department. That gave a lot of the different organizations around the area that deal with emergency response a chance to all talk together, so they can kind of begin pre-planning and looking at considerations, things they can change if there's another large snow event, like what coincidentally happened about a week later. So
that's good training.
It is.
Hear from each other, because what's going on in the county might be different than what's in the city. You might have more snowfall as far as drifting goes, or road issues. There are all kinds of different things that happen.
Mm-hmm. And our emergency services throughout the county, they all do a very good job at working together, sharing resources, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So it's kind of great to see that teamwork in action.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yes, and then we had the redevelopment agreement on the agenda last night between the City of Monmouth and Dam Holdings, LLC, which is Dylan Vansel. He operates the Dam Fine Coffee drive-through there on North Main. He has purchased the property across the street at 504 North Main Street, and he's in the process of building a self-storage facility and then relocating his coffee drive-through across the street over onto 504. The project did entail some TIF-eligible reimbursement costs, such as the land acquisition and building demolition. That was the property where the former car wash was at, and so there were demolition costs with bringing that car wash structure down. It is a traditional tax increment financing project. That is that no general fund tax dollars will be used to make these reimbursement incentive payments, but rather it will be the result of the redevelopment. It will increase the assessed value of that property, and the property taxes in the future will incrementally increase as a result of this development. And it is those incremental property tax dollars that the property owner pays, that Dam Holdings LLC will pay, that will be used as the source of revenues to provide these reimbursement incentive payments for these costs of land acquisition and building demolition. Very similar arrangements that we've had in the past with other TIF projects like Land Management Partners, the Pit Stop Shop down off of West 6th Avenue, and then, of course, probably the most the biggest one would be the Monmouth Townhomes project. Those were all structured the same as this one. So it was unanimously approved by the City Council last night. So.
Okay, congratulations to Dylan. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
have that property, and that'll look really nice for Dame Fine Coffee.
Yep. Yeah, nice project for the community.
Yes. Okay, what was next?
Well, that was it.
All righty.
We did have a group of Monmouth College students that did ask the council to consider putting up a stop sign at the crosswalk there on East Broadway at where 8th Street, there's a T intersection there, and it's a major crosswalk, between the residential area and the Monmouth College campus. That was taken under advisement. The mayor has referred it to both Public Safety and Public Works to review it, and I believe we'll come back at the next council meeting with a recommendation on that request.
Sure. Yeah, that's a hard one. It's hard to see kids sometimes.
Yep.
They're getting out of vehicles because you get the parallel parking and coming around from the opposite side of the vehicle, and sometimes you don't see that they want to cross where that T intersection is. So I'm glad to see that they did something about that. They came to see you guys at City Council and submitted a request. That's what we want students to learn right there.
Yeah, and it was done very respectfully and properly. So I applaud the young lady who made the request verbally to the council. So. And
what is it lately? The last few years, people just fly. They just drive so fast. You notice that?
They do.
Post-COVID, it seems like people just fly like they're invincible. And no, it's a 30-mile-an-hour speed zone.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen, big news. Yesterday, all of us in the downtown area received a memo from you, Lew, kind of laying out what's going to happen with the downtown project. So please go ahead, and I already see that we have flags this morning in our quadrant, so I assume that we are the guinea pigs. We go first.
Right. The Public Square beautification project is actually going to start today. The contractor is in town. He will be dropping off flyers to all the business owners here around the perimeter of the public square to let you know about the first phase of the project, which is replacing the water main. And I believe there are 3 sanitary sewer manholes that also need to be replaced. But the project actually starts right here, right outside your door, Vanessa, with the at the center of the southeast quadrant here, right near where Market Alley comes out into the quadrant. That is where we will be tapping into the existing water main that runs underneath Market Alley, and then they will start, after they tap into the water main here, they will go north into the northeast quadrant, and then over to the northwest quadrant, back down to the southwest quadrant, and then finish up out on South Main Street. The project is expected it's got a 90-day window, but the contractor, Lavendier Construction, would expect that the work will be done sooner than that. There will be some temporary coverings made once the trench has been dug and the water mains has been replaced. Because the streetscape beautification project is scheduled to begin in June, so there's no we don't want to come back and put a costly asphalt or concrete overlay only to come back in a couple of months and have to remove all of that as well. Mm-hmm. So just temporary asphalt coverings for the time being for a couple of months. But it's going to be there will be water service lines that will also have to be taken into each of the buildings, and so there will be some minor disruption in the sidewalk, but the vast majority of the construction is actually going to be out in the parking spaces, so that we don't disrupt the sidewalk too much. It would be, like I say, only for the actual water service lines that go into each of the buildings that circumvent the square here. So it's a great project. It's going to be good to see some construction and the beginning of a project that hopefully will be completed by December 31st of this year. So it'll be a year-long project, but water main followed by streetscape beautification. So here we go.
You know what, Lew? I'm so happy for you. This is a great project. You've been working on this since before COVID, and you have asked each of us to submit letters, reasons why this was going to be good for the city. It's great for the infrastructure, number one. Number two, it's going to look really nice, seeing the renderings or the drawings. But yeah, you've worked really hard on this. You're the one who supplies the information, the data, the engineers, and the actual content of these grants. And it takes a long time, and you have to revise and revise and revise and re-enter. And so I appreciate you not giving up on that, because we were turned down twice. But you kept at it, and appreciate your hard work on that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words, but believe me, it was a team effort. It wasn't. There was a lot of us working on this. So.
Sure.
And it's including the support from the community. Like you said, we received a lot of letters of support from businesses such as yourself, and it really is a team effort. So I think we should all enjoy and celebrate.
Okay, so it begins. We're very blessed to have the weather that we've had to be able to do this.
Yeah, except for that, when it was 6 weeks ago, the storm, or you had the wet snow, and it just froze down really hard. And but it's been a mild winter since, and this will actually help the contractor. I'm sure they'll be able to move quickly with fair weather. So.
Yeah, that ground's not frozen.
Yep,
that's the key. Okay, so any other pieces of information about this event that you want people to know, and how close are we on finishing the infrastructure on Harlem? I know that's a rough drive right now because of the work being done underneath.
Yeah, the actual water main project there has been completed, and I know we're gearing up for the road construction. I don't know exactly. You're right. I mean, all of us drive through that intersection on a daily basis, and it is a little rough right now. But I know that the same contractor that did that job is the one that's going to be doing the water main here around the public square. So we've talked to him, and I'm sure there'll be some plans to kind of smooth that intersection out. West Harlem is still going to probably remain a little rough, just simply because the road reconstruction project is going to be following that water main project, quite quickly now that it's done and over with. So.
Okay. You expect that road reconstruction project here in the spring, too, for West Harlem?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Anything else from the city of Monmouth?
Nothing comes to mind, but, except for that big news about the public square beautification project is underway,